I've had a pretty long week, a lot of bad things happened. But as you can tell, I didn't actually have a video on last week's episode where Kafka's identity gets revealed. For that reason, I was pretty busy. I went out of town. Didn't really have time to record it, so I figured I'd give my quick thoughts on last week's episode because that directly leads into today's episode. Also, spoilers. Also, I'm not in my room because my room's kind of dirty, so I'm in my brother's room. That's why different. But last week's episode, I really liked it, especially because it revealed Kafka's whole identity to the rest of the defense force, and the way that they handled it, the way that they portrayed it compared to the manga, I think they did it pretty justice. Like I say this, every episode gets better and better. Like the way that they're adapting from the source material to the screen, I think is doing a pretty phenomenal job, especially when Kafka's transitioning into his kaiju form, when everyone's telling him, what are you doing? You have no powers. What exactly are you doing? You cannot use your defense forces. How is a suit able to move like this? Until they realize, oh wait, oh shit, he must be kaiju number 8. And yeah, he transforms up in the sky, defeats kaiju number 10, lands back down, and I love the whole progression where he destroys, protects everyone from the explosion. This explosion essentially they have the same magnitude as a hydrogen bomb. I believe that's what they say there in the anime, that the explosion of number 10 has the same power as a nuke. I can't remember what level is a nuke, but it looked like it was able to destroy most of Tokyo. So I would say hydrogen bomb, probably the closest one. I would say the one that they dropped in Bikini Atoll in 1952, because I believe that's the equivalent to destroy pretty much all of Tokyo. If someone's familiar with nuclear physics, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't know. The dude withstanded pretty much a nuke with ease, protected everyone. But that was pretty cool. And after his identity gets revealed, he tells himself, damn, I failed pretty much everyone on the team here. I know I'm gonna get arrested. I know I'm gonna get cooked. So it is what it is, man. And that's when everyone surrounds him and says, you know, you're under arrest. And this is where it leads directly into this week's episode, where Kafka is arrested. He's put on trial. Well, not on trial yet, but he's locked up in a cage. He's locked up, and he says, damn, I'm sorry. And he straight up tells me at one point in the episode, he's saying, is it okay if I'm still able to stand by your side? Can I still stand by your side one of these days? And Mina says, yeah, you absolutely could. If you make it through this, then you'll be able to. Because everyone here in the defense force, everyone here in the 3rd division cares about you, Kafka. Everyone here believes it. They believe that you are not a villain, that you're more of a victim of the kaiju menace. Yeah, we can't really trust you at the moment. I totally understand that, but at the end of the day, he's still pretty much betrayed by everyone in you just because he's a monster. And I'm not gonna lie, for a good reason too. If you found out there was a humanoid monster killing people, and then you found out there was one amongst your ranks who you knew really closely, you would probably think, wait a minute, is he also a traitor? But I totally understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, it's come on, it's Kafka. The dude is pretty much harmless, but at the same time, you gotta understand, you gotta take precautions and stuff like that. Also, I really love seeing how the other defense force members, at least in the 3rd division, stand up for Kafka and say, you know what, he's not that bad of a guy. Why are we arresting him? Why is he doing this? And Mina straight up tells him, look, I hate it as much as you do. He's a good officer. He's my friend as well. We're gonna do everything we can in our power to release him. And it's pretty cool how this episode solely focused on Kafka, Kikoru, and we got a new character introduced, Isao Shinomiya, which is Kikoru's father, which is the head general of the defense force, pretty much stated to be the strongest soldier of the defense force. And he lives up to the name, because he has these gauntlets. He has this monster suit where it compresses former kaijus into suits where it grants the user their ability. And he has kaiju number 2, which is pretty much Godzilla, in these little gauntlet form. And I gotta tell you, the animation that they did for this is amazing. It looks really good. The way that the gauntlets, the way that this power is portrayed with this yellow light is pretty cool. I honestly think it did a far better job than it did in the manga portraying it. It just looks a lot better when he's dog walking Kafka, trying to prove a point, saying, hey, you're a kaiju. Deep inside you are a kaiju. Yeah, you may be human, but humans do not fight like kaiju. Humans cannot regenerate. Humans cannot be like this. And it's pretty cool how this is pretty much riling up Kafka, and Kafka's trying to prove his innocence, saying, listen, I am human, just give me a chance to solve this. And pretty much up until then, he's normal, up until he goes berserk into his like true kaiju unleashed form. And this completely knocks the wind out of Isao, saying, whoa, okay, maybe he is a kaiju. Like, damn, like this dude's pretty insane. And that's when we get like Kafka's true form, and he's going completely insane, completely bonkers, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I believe this is called the containment arc, but I gotta say, the way that they're handling it is really good. I love the backstory between Kikoru and Isao, how he pretty much has like pure hatred of kaiju solely because they killed his mother a long time ago when she was a child. And I guess this is what led to her being neglected by her father, because he solo dedicated all his time into defeating pretty much the entire kaiju menace. And it's pretty cool. I won't say he's a bad dad. I won't compare him to like someone like Endeavor from My Hero, because that guy's kind of trash. Now that's a bad father. Isao had at least good motives for doing so, putting work over his daughter. Bad, but like, you gotta do what you gotta do when there's like world-ending monsters pretty much every other day. But yeah, it was pretty cool. You're seeing like Kafka go berserk. Kafka going from like this hero-ish in his mind to being betrayed and locked up. There's a time chamber joke in that, but yeah, now we got Kafka going berserk. He's losing his humanity. He's becoming the monster he always was afraid to be. Other than that, honestly, I gotta say this episode was pretty good. I won't say it's as good as the episode 8. I believe it's where like the battle came into. Like, there's a lot of good episodes like this season where like I could say it's like the best episode of the season, but I would have to rewatch the entire show for that when it does happen. But regardless, this was a pretty solid episode. I give it an 8 out of 10. I really love the backstory. I really love how they upped the animation. It looks really good when Kafka goes berserk. Anyways, yeah, that's just my thoughts on both episodes. What did you guys think? Did you guys like it? Did you guys like Kafka betrayed and going mad, essentially? Because I did. Also, this is like the 11th episode. Next week is the final episode of Kaiju number 8 for this season, which saddens me because I want more. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on my next one. Peep, Kafka right here. So yeah.